So their new point guard, Cadeau, gets to operate immediately in the half court, and using some of that size, it's a dime Mara with the opening slam.
Right on time.
Merez Johnson gets the start tonight. He's a new Wolverine. There's another lob. A second chance for Oakland. And no points on this trip on the miss for Zaire Wells. With this great pace, Burnett is up ahead of the pack. Big time turnaround, and then that trip to the Sweet 16 now has them with visions of Final Four and more as Nabari Burnett dials up a three. With Johnson, Lindeborg, and Cheddar in there at the same time. Here's Johnson spinning his way in with authority.
You said it best, Connor. Looked totally different from the player last.
And one and done for Oakland. McKinney wraps another one into Johnson. Why would you keep feeding him? Another day jam.
Can't be those passes or straight line passes where they get easy shots. Good pass by Elliott.
Oh, and Lindeborg! Showtime in his new gym. Lindeborg keeping another one alive. Cheddar with the hustle, but taken away by Neva Larua. He's on the break. He has it pinned. And a take from Thurman. That's down to Cadeau again. Looking for runners with him. Leaves it for Johnson, who has another slam. That's a possible all-league player in the Horizon League. And Isaac Garrett out there. Burnett got this one. Oh, net. Points, 11 rebounds. And his Michigan debut after a couple years at UCLA. And he's got the on-ball defense. Another block. Thurman curls around Mara. That's three in quick time.
Had a chance to play in the NBA. Several seasons playing overseas. Cappy said, his best player he ever coached.
I like Kaysen too. He's at the end of last year. I thought he played very well. Nice slip. And look at who's there.
Mara's got a pancake for him that time. He was walled off nicely. Good defense by Cadeau.
Sure was. They don't get back either.
Lindeborg stuffs it.
Wow. Boy, showing that speed.
But Mara back there certainly dissuade shots. Gale down low. Oh, Mara clean up on aisle 11.
And that's what happens when you run the floor. You outnumber the opponent.
Mara denied by Schwieger. And then recovered by Cheddar. Lob it to Mara. That's a good. You're number one at Wake Forest.
Back up for Calmes at that point spot.
What do you do? Mara, 7-3, two-hand finish. That was Steve Forbes' hope. Calmes back tap by Lindeborg.
Well, Lindeborg with a great steal.
On the lob, Johnson going to the summit.
The more you watch Johnson.
See if they do. The help defense from Lindeborg, pried it away and scraped out.
And look at him run the floor, too.
Lindeborg, the finish. That's 94 feet of Yaxel.
Wow. Tremendous heart.
On a lob. Back to Lindeborg from Mara.
Dusty.
Mara the screen. Cadeau uses
nice
it.
Pass.
Zipped it down low, and that shot was altered. Mara, the find and finish.
Mason almost came up with that. Pretty aggressive, but Mara in the right spot.
On the drive, Cadeau. Mara put it down. It came off the rim. That was a legal play, but just by an inch.
He's got to stick him. Spiker's got to keep him out of that play.
Coming down to 90 seconds to go in a tie game. Michigan has stormed back. In the lane, Mason denied by the fingertips of Mara. 10 to shoot.
Nice little back screen by Gale. Didn't get anything out of it.
Cadeau hops into a pass, and Mara the easy finish.
Just the way Cadeau set it up. Little hesitation.
And now Cadeau in his 70th consecutive start. You mentioned the number of games Gale's played. Cadeau has been a machine. Mara the miss right at the rim. Here comes Calmes on the find. Down the wing, swept away by Johnson. Calmes on the drive. Mara knocks it away. Calmes against Mara is just not a great.
Speaking of effective, there's not many on this team that are as effective from the perimeter as McKinney. That's one thing he can do at a high level.
Now Kaysen the steal. The strip, the cookies, and the jam. The first three for this Middle Tennessee team that comes into today 3-0. When Michigan's starting to put their foot on the gas pedal, wanting to hit the finish line. McNeese, nice cut, couldn't finish. Mara does. Almost getting the opportunity to go was Kaysen, but Mara able to put it home. With the Blue Raiders, it was a tough first half. Middle Tennessee came out, played their game. Michigan stuck with it defensively. Now Cordell's first field goal in the Michigan uniform is a dunk to close this one out.
Bryce Dortch on the floor for Rutgers. And gone to the bench. That is an early appearance. Caden Powers, and it's blocked. Morez Johnson Jr. 8 games for Rutgers, only played 4 minutes against Purdue. Big putback there.
And you saw the offensive rebounding available again because Mara's out of the ballgame.
And on the run again, a 2-on-1. Low pass, collected and slammed home.
That's good hands by Mara.
Powers up top, it was deflected, and that was enough to change the trajectory. On the break, Gill with the flush.
How about the pocket pass in transition by Lindeborg?
Finishing 4 wins in 4 days to win a Big Ten tournament championship. It's coming your way February 24th only on the Big Ten Network. Rutgers didn't go to this earlier, and again, because Michigan is so good getting up the floor. On cue, Oscar Goodman throws it down. This has got the bump inside. Woolley turned it over. He might want him to shoot. He'll step through, left it for Johnson. Gonna get a media timeout coming up in a few seconds here. As Goodman tracked it down, and the lob! Cordell throws it down. The great games in the early part of the season. I mean, that is why you don't have nearly as many undefeated teams. Blocked from Cordell. And I mean,
it's like doing a Boeheim game. Very disappointing.
Here's an opening three for Cadeau. Wow. That's a splash down, and there's the start for Michigan.
Boy, does that open things up. You can't have it all, kid.
Here's Cadeau.
Nice cross.
To his right. On the bounce, and a poster featuring Adai Mara.
He gets those puppies set quickly.
This is micro
Look
surgery.
at this tonight.
Lindeborg, duck and cover.
Wow. This is the conditioning. Runs the floor.
Cadeau hoists it again.
They can't soften it up, get to the free throw line. It's all perimeter driven.
Cheddar flaring. He got hit, and he knocks it down. Oh, that's sharp. He's got 11 of the 18 for Villanova.
This is how you get back at it. Solid down. Forget it. Forget it. Toying. Again, the guards are so clever. Early door by Johnson.
Cadeau, look away pass for net, nearly walked instead. Hammers it.
Wow. Those are the things that Kevin's going to be harping on.
No, it was both at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Only 3 offensive rebounds for Nova. It's a lob. It's Johnson on the duck in.
Well, that's when they go match up.
Cadeau with Mara looming. Cadeau off the Mara screen. Another 3. Rebound number 5 for Mara, who has 4 games in double figures in rebounds. Cadeau again beats his man. Burnett misses. Mara clamps down and finishes.
They get after it. Down to 2.
McKinney has to step through. Oh, no way. Wow. By Kaysen. McKinney missed it for 3, and the rebound Cordell. Why not?
And the bench goes crazy because those kids work hard, trying to help the cause as well.
Because of that, because of what Dusty May and his coaching staff have put in place, that was a place, or this is a place he wanted to transfer. Now look at this. Cadeau, when these last few possessions critical for the Terrapins.
Adams knows how to change direction too. Wraparound pass and a rejection. Cadeau, Mara, again. Easy, so easy.
To prevent some of those lobs, and you get lobbed on right back at it. Just excellent execution by the Wolverines. Wow. Again, the Rock, only 8 turnovers, but when and how, good teams make you pay when you turn it over.
What a highlight reel this Michigan offense is.
Responsibility is not so much more incumbent upon him than Michigan, and here it is.
Look at this. I mean, Lindeberg start. Little trap out here. Michigan breaks it back to Kaysen, left open. Another 3. Way long. Lindeberg tracks it down. He's got Barnett. Got Mara. Take it to the hoop. Roddy Gale knocks it back. Now leading the break. Lindeberg.
And they get there and they say, well, you know, Johnson's right there. We don't want to shoot.
Look at that block. Roddy Gale with the block. Cheddar's been quiet offensively. He's been in a couple of times off the bench. The longest tenured Wolverine. Kaysen with a deep 3. Got lost there. Grady with a hand on it. Isley Jr.'s open. There it is.
Gets it back. Now needs some help. Here's Shutter. Cadeau for 3. Got it.
Yeah, and I mean, he's a guy that...
Michigan with the first 4 of the second half. Continuing their trend of the first half. Steal. Lindeberg. Ahead for Johnson. Slam dunk.
And what a start to the second half.
Now here's the rebound to Mara. He's going to go deep, and a home run to Lindeberg.
And a foul. And it's been transition.
Comes up short for Sharon Font. Here comes Michigan again. And stolen away. Fredson Cole. He'll go ahead to Sharon Font, and look at the hustle by it. 6-5. Archie makes a move. Nice little play, and then gets rejected by Lindeberg. Michigan pushing. Cut across the lane, but they don't give it to Goodman. Nice feed to Cheddar. Look at that to Burnett for the finish.
And again, it's the basketball IQ. Most international players, they really understand the game well.
Lob for Cordell.
And then a transition opportunity. Those are the 2 areas USC has got to be with it.
Back-to-back turnovers on the other end. Wow. Starting 2026 with a bang. Much in that all-Big Ten first team mix, the mid-season mark. 8 on the timer. CBN drives. Landborg
has a big-time talent. And I think Eric Musselman, a guy that can thrive on some guys that maybe are a little bit different personality-wise.
What a dish from Kaysen to Gale.
Rassar, as physical as anybody out there.
Elliot Cadeau has made a triple in every game this year.
It's incredible, John.
Cadeau was all over it. That's a 10th turnover by USC.
Boy,
no! To Johnson! Beast!
It's not like Michigan needs any help getting it running. You turn it over.
Cadeau, this building is rocking. Cadeau to Johnson!
You're just setting Michigan up to get out and go as if they need any help, and look at the way they throw it up.
Baker Mazzara, they let him play. Kofi.
Look at that contest.
Shut down by Lindeberg. It'll stay with the Trojans, but that was nearly the end for CBN.
I know Roddy Gale had a shot block, but I like him in the middle of the zone.
Alley-oop to Morez Johnson.
Should have been an and one. He got undercut there on the lob. This rookie class has been phenomenal. You look at the rookies for next year. This freshman class really good.
Mora skying high on the alley-oop.
The thing that does when you score, obviously, it gives you some confidence, but it also helps you control the pace a little bit.
Well, Lindeberg with a filling. Namari Burnett for 2.
Maybe a little early in the clock for Ciani to shoot that one.
Oh, Mara going upstairs.
5-point swing there, just a little too early. Look, you're at Penn State. Now you just have to think, do we believe we can? Whoa!
Nasty work from Mara.
Wow. I think Ciani's going to come in here. But this is just a wonderful high-low, a little behind him.
Lindeboard hard to the hole and picked up by Blackwell.
Nice shot by Winter, giving ground, too.
It's Boyd. Good move. Slicing and knocking it away. Perez Johnson.
Incredible.
And maybe the wide-eyed look, too, is a little bit gone. They feel more comfortable.
Played their way into the game.
And no Cadeau on the floor has certainly helped ice the game, huh?
Morrow with the block.
He's shooting from Lithuania, too.
From downtown.
Oh, that's tough.
Oh, off the glass, Cadeau.
A little kiss.
He gave the smile there.
3 threes in his 5 attempts in this game. He'll try a 4th 3, and this time he connects.
Right on cue.
Oh, Mara coming over with a skyscraping block. This crowd is up in arms, and Gale scores on the other end.
And that altered, and the Ducks have numbers on the other end. Takai Simpkins rejected. Yaxel Lindeborg skied in.
You heard some good stories about you from that one, so I think you better fess up.
Yeah, there it is. Elliot Cadeau burying the 3.
The question is, does Cadeau save me from having to explain myself on Bourbon Street?
Without their best 2 players. There's not any tape on Oregon without Biddle and Shellstad. Oh, Mara put that on the tape. The Big Ten.
Do that really well.
12-2 Wolverine run to silence the crowd. Mara with another rejection.
There it goes.
On the back down, they turn it over. Simpkins. Takai Simpkins. Lindeborg shoved that to Ann Arbor. Every time the Ducks have started to close in, Michigan comes back, and Johnson sent that to the 3rd row. Perez Johnson battling foul trouble at Oregon, committed 3 in the first half. Cadeau. Elliot Cadeau.
You got to understand, Cadeau has shot the ball at a high level.
Again, Robbie. Wilkerson stuck. It's at 6. Just elite defense by Michigan.
Oh, what a play.
Wow. That was Lindeborg with a stop, and they are in a frenzy. Indiana's made 10 or more threes on 11 occasions this year. 0 for 7 to start tonight, and only down 9-4. Elliot Cadeau, his 30th 3 of the season. Nick Dorn's a 43% shooter from downtown. Burnett from distance, 6th Michigan 3.
You went 2-3 zone.
League performer out of the Southern Conference, starting at Chattanooga, then Florida, now IU. Mara is a passer's dangerous. Lindeborg, that's more like it for Yax.
And that's why it's a real conundrum.
Baseline, Tilly exploding. Blocked by Mara. Out. Baseline. The lob inside. Tilly. Oh, and rejected by Mara.
And look at the pressure. Look at the pressure by Michigan.
White driving. Nice deal. And rejected by Johnson. Out of bounds. Cups. Has to hurry. Cups. Blocked by Mara. Out of bounds.
In this situation for good offensive rebound.
Comes off. Rebounded. Lindeborg. And Cadeau makes Ohio State pay.
Inside, Mara. Cadeau, deep 3, and that's good.
These teams going shot for shot here.
Cadeau to the lane. McKinney. He's got 2 of those.
A nice relocation by McKinney there. Sees the defense turning his head, makes himself available by shaking up.
Nebraska looking to push it to 21-0 tonight. Mara has been quiet this evening. Cadeau, deep 3.
10 to shoot. Cadeau, guarded by Fears, downtown. And
Ooh, and Fears was right there. That was deep. This kid is some competitor, Fears, though.
He'll take a 3.
Shot.
Got that one blocked by Lindeborg. Ahead of the field to the basket. Wham!
Didn't need it.
McKinney, cross court, Kaysen deep. Loose. Batted out, Lindeborg. Kaysen reloads.
How about that for confidence, huh?
Big Ten basketball. late January. Johnson skips and whammo.
How about that? Kohler a little late, a little chin music too. They have football signals from the sideline. They've been working on that. With this noise a factor.
Cadeau, step back three.
Got it. How about that? 2 plays.
This kid can play too. At Tennessee, a lot of flair in his offensive game.
Deep one, Cadeau, got it!
How about that? He has played extraordinarily well.
At the rim early in this game.
Yeah, you don't want to feed the shot blocker. Nice cut by Shetter. Look at the extra pass.
Left it for Burnett!
Woo. Nice look, and the timing of the cut is just gorgeous. And Shetter with the extra look.
As Thornton misses.
And you don't get back.
Cheddar kicks out. This is Kaysen from deep, and he buries it.
Wow. Ball movement, find, and deliver.
Chapman has given them some
Nice
offense
run.
off the bench. Underneath, look at Lindeborg.
Whatever you need, coach.
Just a racing Tilly. Here comes Johnson. Coming with some nasty.
The A-train.
Biggest lead.
There's Damari Burnett. 8 to shoot for Burnett. Back out to Cadeau, sizing up a 3, and he hits.
Yeah, that's what you want if you're Northwestern. That's a great start defensively. 50% right now for 2 for Michigan. It's a far cry from the north.
So now they break the press, and Mara at the back end to clean it up. Singleton gets that loose ball for Northwestern. Here's Singleton. Bounce underneath to Sheravino, who's blocked by Mara. And it goes out of bounds off the shoulder of Jordan Clayton.
Unfortunately for Northwestern, I think you're going to have to knock down a couple threes and maybe spray out there.
Really nice play by Arrington Page to bat that away. Here's West on the run. Ripping on this young Northwestern team. The freshman West to the rim. It's blocked away. Michigan slamming the door right now on the Cats coming. Hopes and a slam on the other end from Perez Johnson. And 0 for 5 from 3.
Nick Martinelli can score with the best of a much improved three-point shooter.
What an answer! L.J. Kaysen calmly strokes the swish at the elbow. Like he had an open look and the youngster didn't take it.
He did. He was taking that early in the game.
Reed splits. Johnson slamming the door.
That's what happens. Jake West was shooting that shot with confidence early in the game, early in the second half. He's got to.
So good with his vision and his size to find people in the low box area.
Spent 2 years with UCLA, then transferring to Michigan. Has gotten into better condition. Oh, razzle dazzle behind the back. Booker is going to the free throw line.
And Bert, this is a variety of life here. The behind the back is insane, but look at 2 open cutters. The Tiger on the glass. Yaxel's so tough in all aspects of the game, including rebounding. Nice, look at this. Does it all. What a half. He can guard and get after you, make threes.
And the jumper is pure. Roddy Gale Jr.
If he starts making that.
Sky Clark from long range. Kaysen fires. Kaysen hits.
He's on a run. Kaysen point.
The freshman McKinney does not look like a freshman or play like a freshman. Kaysen lines it up, knocks it down. String music for L.J. Kaysen. Pass to Burnett, and he cans it from long range.
You got a split there, little wetness on the floor, but you can't leave him alone.
The foul was called on Jamerson. That's his 3rd. Lindeborg, bottom.
Goodness.
But the shot clock is winding down once again. Bilodeau against Mara. It's like going against an octopus. Bilodeau denied by Mara.
Again, there's the switching.
Dent using the screen from Booker. The hop step snagged there by Daly, and it's blocked by Cheddar. He thought Daly was out of bounds. Booker had it blocked by Lindeborg.
They do not give up on plays.
Forcing the action. Kaysen switches hands. L.J. Kaysen.
Talented. In sync.
Dent, here goes the dribble. And return to sender, Mara.
That's not fair.
Lob it up.
Nicely.
Oh, reverse jam! It's Mara!
Like that as well. regaling in his own ability.
The Spanish slam.
It's having something to do with it.
McKinney thought about it. Lendeborg will take it. A little too strong. Back tap by Mara. Both bigs hit the deck. It's a long one, and it's drilled. L.J. Kaysen. Lendeborg off the screen. Cadeau lets it fly. Puts it through.
When Braden Smith is in there to stop the drive off that screen.
Back down with 13 to shoot. Spray it. Burnett. Extra. Cadeau. And Cadeau's got another one. Smith on the fend-off. Off the screen. Got to move. He will on the attack. Finds Kaufman run. Had it blocked by Lendeborg.
Hoosiers surrounded. Finds Evans. Evans driving. And Morez Johnson Jr.'s having none of it. Johnson. Cadeau is open and answers with a three of his own.
This Minnesota team is averaging 11 made threes. They're going to need about 14 of those to win on Michigan's home floor tonight.
Cadeau will try to get a three for Michigan, and he does. Nowhere to go. Burnett deep three, and that'll splash down.
And how far forcing Minnesota to catch the basketball out on the floor.
Good find inside, and how about the cleanup? Right in the middle of the lane, Morez Johnson Jr. Kaysen, another triple. L.J. Kaysen's got 14.
9 and 2, 2 assists for Boswell. This is where he is good. Hesitant, nice cut.
Stojakovic denied by Mara. Right at the rim, he sent it back. Gale up ahead, stuffs it home.
A little off balance.
Ken Wagler get it going. Trying to create contact. That smoked out of bounds. Lendeborg was over there.
The defense collapses for open threes. Iowa down 2. Tough one. Tipped up again. Maniau rejected. Roddy Gale got that one.
The freshman from Cleveland, Ohio.
Big upside, boy. That's a deep.
Lendeborg buries the triple.
You throw that into that package, say goodnight.
Michigan State trying to settle down here. They need a bucket.
Nice pop fake.
They got Mara to commit. Fears takes the baseline. Mara blocks him from behind.
Both teams rebounding well. Only 3 offensive rebounds in this game.
Nice job by Kohler with the switch.
Smooth looking stroke for Lendeborg.
Boy, that turns him into an extraordinary talent.
Gale one-on-one with Scott.
Strong kid going to the hole.
Johnson's going to take and make the three.
And that kid keeps working on it. That's his 10th out of 22.
We're going to hit the 5-minute mark of this competitive first half. Lendeborg is going to stroke it and connects.
Tell you what.
Swing it. Back. Oh, down goes Carr. Lendeborg puts it in.
How about lingerie on the deck for real? A little skid. And explosive to the rim.
A car crash.
That looked like it hurt.
10 to shoot. Lendeborg drive, kick. The corner pop finds Burnett a three.
That's the special right there. Yaxel with that drive off the bounce.
For the senior from American Fork, Utah. Lendeborg, stop and go. Oh, the trick by Lendeborg. Yaxel with the smash.
And right here, he does the Smitty. He does the Smitty on Michigan State.
You've been up here. Jumper, they didn't have great balance. Nice cut.
Mara behind the back. Gale finishes. We got a Michigan highlight.
He's got a field. I think great dive by Gale.
Playing without Kaysen, so
look at
still
this.
Getting used to that.
Little back screen. He had a look too.
Lob it up. Slam it down with force.
But the read. Look at this setup on the out of bounds.
Great shot fake.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mara gets a touch. Swing it outside Johnson. 6 seconds left. Cadeau. Little shake and bake. Winding down, Lendeborg! Oh, yeah!
Wow.
3/10 on the clock! The Big Ten Player of the Year delivers!
Big Ten Player of the Year.
They're going to add a 1/10 of a second, so now 0.4 on the clock.
And he just moved.
You go back to that high screen and roll action.
This is, I would almost double that.
Cadeau, 4 seconds. 3, makes his move. Cadeau! That is fantastic!